Do we guys think that this is one of the reasons why artists struggle because they are trying to forget that they can't do everything themselves? For example, we have people who could do sales, we have people who can do admin, we have people who can do all these different things within the work to a point that we distribute or stretch ourselves so much to a point that we forget the work, even if it's not intentional, but the work inevitably suffers. We are here. Welcome to Findings, another episode. I think what I love about this day is that it shows the importance of what we do beyond the camera, right? Because for to just to bring people up to speed, we had a whole conversation that was almost an hour. Instead of us recording, it's 8 p.m. right now, like 8:10 to be specific. But we're only starting now. We're supposed to start at 7. Right? But which is a really important element of everything, because before Findings happened, what has always been happening is that we were talking.
I mean, that's the point. The point is conversation and engagement, and also like holding each other accountable.
Yes.
100%.
I think
That's very
one
important.
thing,
That's very important. Like
very
holding each other accountable and just cautioning each other.
Yes.
About the steps that we're taking. Because sometimes you walk where I've walked.
Yes.
And I could caution you. It's like, yo, man, just watch your step over there. And vice versa. Right? And it's very important to engage. I think a lot of people seem to be enjoying a lot of people enjoy other people's downfalls. People
which is really sad. And
also, people get excited when you stumble where they stumble. They're like, you know what I mean?
I'm not alone.
It's unnecessary. Some of those things are necessary, right? If you could stretch out your hand to aid someone, do that. It's very important, especially in the. I don't want to use the term manosphere because it has.
Use the term.
I don't want to use
manosphere.
No, I don't want to use like in the manosphere, but in the sort of like the space with men is that there seem to be these unspoken competitions that happen with men, these unspoken jealousies that happen, and how do we navigate that? Because some of these qualities have been sort of deemed feminine, but they're very masculine, right? The gossip, the talking behind, the backstabbing, those things happen. The betrayals, they happen, and we don't speak out a lot about them because we don't necessarily associate them with manhood, right? And
they happen a lot when you get to think about it.
A lot of things are lost, because of that. Like a lot of things, I have. Like many of us, I think I'm on my third company now that I've opened. I'm on like my third company that I've opened, and or like major collaborations that I've started, and they've sort of like faded because basic things are not spoken about, right? Basic boundaries are not set.
Oh yes.
Basic principles are not met, and that becomes problematic once things get serious. Right. And the thing that I sort of want to delve in, now there's two topics that I want to delve in, but the first one is sort of like the navigation of what really happens to a group of people that sort of engage and start a thing, but as soon as funds are involved, people change, bruh. As soon as money gets involved, we can start. You see, like the three of us, we start. Someone throws $1 billion at us. Now I'm looking at sideways. Now, you know what I mean? Like, what is it about money that seems to be like dissolving or like that sort of fracture these relationships?
There's something I've learned about money. When you do not know money, when it comes, it's a problem.
It can really do things to you.
It can really do crazy things. I'll make an example about the TX Theatre, right?
Yeah.
We got about 400 and something thousand. 2014, somewhere. And to think about it, we never had anything. We've been just... Before. But the idea and the dream was clear with the TX Theatre. We're going to build a space that is conducive for artists. When money comes, when we remind people that the dream is, we blew that 400,000.
Yeah.
But when you remind people that the dream is about building a space that is conducive, people don't really believe about that. Because people, most of the time, they come to you because of what they think they're going to benefit for themselves and their families.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're not here because they think Masai is the most amazing poet, amazing painter.
Yeah.
But I'm with you because I'm looking at what I'm going to benefit for myself
from that.
being with you and what I'm going to benefit for my family, right?
Without even having to do much myself.
Yeah, when the money is thrown at me, at us, now I'm thinking of the thing that I did not communicate in the beginning.
Yeah.
That I'm not here to change the world. I'm here so that I can build my mother a house. I can take my daughter to school. I can do this. I can do that. But that is not communicated. Because if that is communicated, the rules of engagement are going to shift.
They become,
because people must come in and saying, X, we believe in your shit. And they don't believe in your shit. So I think that's the thing, that when money gets to people, then it makes them scatter. Because the money is thrown at the thing that brought us together. It's not thrown at me.
It can really scatter things.
Yeah, because if Temisa Theatre Week gets $1 million, it's not my million. It's the Temisa Theatre Week's million.
The people's million.
And it needs to benefit what the Temisa Theatre Week is about.
Stands for,
and stands for. And it's not, if we get $1 million now, I'm not stupid to spend that entire $1 million on one project. No, I'm going to spend a portion of it because I have other 10 Temisa Theatre Weeks that are coming.
That'll have to happen.
But when you collaborate with people, they tend to think that if you have $1 million for Temisa Theatre Week, finish it. Then what are we doing 2027? What are we doing 2028?
What's the plan? What's to come?
What's the financial longevity of what we're building? You know?
And it's that, another thing that you get to realize, especially about money and funding, reflecting on the first time I applied for the NAC and I got it somehow, right? And fun fact.
I was there.
Yes. Fun fact, right? You two are the first people I called.
Yes.
After I saw that, I remember I was going through, it was a day after my birthday.
Yeah.
And during my birthday, I didn't have anything. I didn't have anything. Literally, I had 20 rands. Like, as in, like, in general, my account doesn't have anything. I have this paper at 20 rand, and I think I got it from my mom. This is 2022.
Thank you, Mom.
Right? Yes, I was heartbroken. Things were not good, and I remember I got rejected for this other funding that was 20,000.
Yeah.
Right. And then my mom transports me to go home so that I can spend. By go home, like literally local.
Yeah.
To go home and be with them. And then after that, I'm coming back. The next day is the 30th, is my sister's birthday. The NAC drops. I view the documents. I watch the first page. I close it. I'm like, there's no way these people are going to give me money.
Yeah.
Right? And after I do that is down a few hours after, right? My friend who I went to school with calls me. No, he texts me first. He's like, congratulations. I'm like, what are you talking about? Because there's nothing to congratulate me about. And I'm not thinking that I got anything. And he's like, no, there's this. And I'm like, he sends me the document. Yeah. And I view it. It's slightly over like $500,000. My heart goes like, goo, 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 goo. I close it. I stop. And I'm like, right? And now that's when like I called you guys. But before I even did that, I was like, let me calm down. I had days, at least like that announcement wasn't money coming in. Because if that money just came in like, it would have been,
I blew it.
So in my case, it was a thing of, it was blown, but in a way that it was blown to the people.
Of course,
No, it was not blown. Right. That's different.
That's not blowing it. That's
remember, I was part of that.
That's just putting it to work. That's what it was intended for.
But sometimes we feel like we topile.
Also, guys, for future,
it's not yours.
I need a camera on this guy. I need a camera on Soli. Because now I watched the podcast and he spent like 4 or 5 minutes talking, and we just see.
Yes, even the shots. Have you noticed the shots?
I think until you get the camera on you, stop talking too much.
Yeah, just try not to. We need a camera on this guy. This guy goes
just do 30 seconds.
A fourth camera.
Yeah, we need a camera on you and just to focus on you. Because now we just sure.
And we see you.
But that's very important. That sometimes people don't know the difference between like a funding and payment, right? Those are separate things.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So the funding must do the work so the payment can come much later, right? And also when you are the one who's sort of like getting the money, you tend to be the last one to get paid.
No, that needs to shift. You should be the first one to be paid.
True. Okay, go on.
So when you get funding, you are the first one on the pay slip, on the the pay sheet. You need to be the first one. Because I'm telling you, if you don't pay yourself first, by the time the project ends, you won't pay yourself.
It's true.
Yourself,
I think that's where
it won't be there. It won't be there.
It's gone.
It's gone.
Money goes like nobody's business. That's because it changes your mindset. I love the fact that it happened, right? Because as much as all of it went to the people and to the project, and I felt like here and there would be like, maybe I kind of robbed myself. It taught me discipline. It taught me the fact that $500,000 is not money. I saw how it passed.
I'll tell you how.
It's not money.
We got 2 million
in the industry. In our industry, that's
peanuts.
Because like the things that we do costs money.
Right? It's expensive.
They are.
We got 2 million at some point, but we're young. Before COVID, we got 2 million. I think I was 27 something. And my dream as an artist, I used to say this, that if I'm not a millionaire by age 27, I'm going to quit this art thing. I'm not a millionaire yet, but I've seen millions in the art. I'm not a millionaire. I don't have. I'm hustling. I'm a director. I'm a working director. I get paid every week, sometimes on the opening night. So when we got that 2 million, I thought everything was going to change. Like I was convinced that we have 2 million, everything is going to shift. Everything that we dreamed about is going to happen.
I'll never go back to zero.
Yeah, but we brought production.
Not that far.
I mean,
zero is really not that far.
Zero is not even a year away.
Zero's not
but
far.
Here, what we did not put into consideration is when we were requesting that money, we were requesting for 10 million, and then they gave us 2 million. And we need to also adjust the 10 million vision and the
things that you had to
You must
do.
squeeze it in,
but also we do not want our vision to be
nullified and just watered down in a way.
We want it to be what it is. We needed to do a national theatre festival, which we did. We brought production from all over the country to the TX Theatre, and then there were paid performance fees, and the production that wins, we took it for a tour. The production did different places, and it ended at the National Arts Festival. I'm telling you, by the time we got to National Arts Festival, the last day, we had 75,000 rand left, and the show made 3,500 on tickets. So you see, it's like, but it was not blown.
It was spent
it
adequately.
Was flights, buses, accommodation, all of those things.
Notice that.
And another thing that sort of like plagues, us, right? Also for me, I'll speak for myself, is that I really want the thing that I imagined sort of to show up on stage, right? And I remember when I did Exodus and the Tragedy.
Yes.
Right? At the end of it, I was paying up to 25 people. And not because like Nje, I want no. Because the vision needed to make sense, right? We were not like nominated in just Nje. When you walk into the space, you see like, because in my head, right, it's written and directed also like by me, but I have a degree in set design.
Yes,
that needed to show. Like when you enter the space, you're like, okay, this is
set,
paid for. This is real, right? I didn't want to give you like a show. Like I needed to.
It had to
when
be.
You entered the space.
I mean,
like,
when you acted for Samuel Munye, it was as if you are in that jungle.
You feel like you're part of something, and that cost money, right?
Yeah.
And you leave. You go out, you smoke and whatever, drink. Whatever, you come back, it's a different production.
It's a different world.
It's a different world. No, people had to like change that set and the backdrop and the people that were involved, right? And
it was a lot of work.
But at least I was when we got that funding, I was matured enough to sort of say the thing that I always tell directors when they get funding and then they hire me to do set. I'm like, don't like, spend little money on your production. this thing is your window in.
Yeah.
Right? Once this thing is quality, once this thing is the thing that you intended for, there is no way that the theaters will not call you, or another theater will not call you. Or at least you will have in your hands a product worthy of taking around, especially when you have an opportunity to showcase it. Some people will like spend money on ridiculous things and then they will forget that they have a production that needs to be good, right? Like nothing can take away a good production, right? The documentation of it, the audience experience of it. They will talk about it for the rest of their life, right? And that's how that production comes back. Right? That's how people are like, hey, where is that thing? When is that thing coming back? But if you give like a wishy-washy thing on stage and just because like, oh, you got like X amount of money, you paid, you know, I don't know, you bought a Picanto somewhere and, and that's
I wonder who bought a Picanto with your money.
That's all well, but that production is not coming back. That production is definitely not coming back.
Because the fear is also the danger around our industry. People are not really trained in business of this.
For sure. And that is important.
Yeah, and you find Olisu is a director. Well, I trained myself to make business with this thing, but you find Olisu is just a director who is $1 million, and you invest the entire $1 million in the production, and after the production you have nothing and the production is gone. You know, what we need to learn is also the investment needs to match the return somehow. So you need to think about it in that way, that if the South African State Theatre is giving me $4 million to do this show, why are you laughing? I'm giving him a class here. He's the one who's going. So if the South African State Theatre gives you $4 million to do this particular project, you can't take the entire budget and spend it on, I'm going to pay actors to set and then it's gone. You know, because it's like putting money. Well, I'm not saying paying actors and artists, you're putting money into a drain, but the investment needs to like be
makes sense.
No, the return must be greater than the investment.
There must be fruit.
It's business.
Because people will say theater does not make money and whatever they're saying, I don't know. But because of we do not have this understanding of the $4 million that was given is not a $4 million that needs to go into the
stage and then
no. It goes into as an investment. What would you invest in to bring back, at least to break even and make $4 million in this production? And those are conversations that we need to have, because we always say to make theater is expensive, but you cannot make an expensive thing that nobody buys it. You know?
Yes.
Lamborghini. When last have you seen an ad of a Lamborghini? You know, a Maserati. Why don't they show that on ads? It's because those things are very expensive. They cost money to make them. But the return on making that car, they receive it. Because they should be. I now think about it, that is it worth it? Should I invest in this production, this amount of money? Will I get it back? No, then I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
That's why we succeed in producing in independent and fringe. Because we negotiate, it says that we're going to make splits on the ticket. But when you bring a show, TX Theatre takes 40%. If I invest my 4,000, I'm sure with those tickets, I'm going to make 4,500. 500 is my profit. You know, so we need to think like that. We had this conversation when we were doing the TX Theatre Hub at the Market Theatre with Masai, when we were walking around trying to figure out set, because we do not have budget for set, and we go to this printing place. We wanted to have papers like, you know, hub and the storing and all of those things. We wanted to print out like old newspapers and build them and all of that, because Masai was designing for it. And when we got there, they said to only print those papers, it cost about 28,000 rand.
And in that time, that's all of it.
It's beyond what we have. We had about 9,000 or 13,000. And we had about 5 shows, right? And then from that point is, okay, now we need to think differently. How do we make this thing make money? Who can put money into this thing, right? Because a business, at the end of the day, we're not doing it for our sanity only, but we're doing this thing so that it could take care of us. And how do we begin to have those conversations? How do we begin? Because we had more than 500,000, but it's gone.
It's gone.
Where did it go to?
Yes, exactly.
Did it go to, then you are able to continue creating. You are unable to continue running your business because you spend your capital haphazardly. That needs to shift. And how does it shift? We most of us, we are not business people. We are creators.
We are just creators.
How do we collaborate with somebody who's a business person and say, hey, look here, project manager, I have 500,000. I'm doing syncing here and here and here. I want to do it well, fairly, and I want to spend 250,000 and I want to make 300,000. How much do you want to be paid for that? They're trained for that. As much as we're trained to make theater, they're trained to manage projects.
For that business aspect of things.
Trained to sell projects. But we don't have those conversations. We are thinking about, amanga no Masai, ngaba no Soli, ngizoka Masai 100, ngika Soli 100, then ngizosave 100, ngithenga ipikanto, and then laba abanye abazayisobona sibapha malini, you know? And that becomes the conversation. But to make money in the arts, you begin to know if you have money, it might be the last funding you have. And it's not the last time you make this work. But the money might be the last one.
Yeah. There is
also
this thing that I think artists, when money comes and it goes to their heads, they forget. You're able to create, let's say, the Tembisa Theatre Hub. We were able to create that with such a tiny budget.
Zero.
But when funding comes, people forget
level
rates.
of the thing with the same
exactly.
Like, what happened? Where was it?
What happened? Where did you spend? And when you start to review the report of where people spend, you start seeing that priorities were forgotten here.
Yeah.
Right. Because let's reflect on. I think one gift that my experience gave me was that somewhere between the money and the people that you're working with, there is the seed and there's the soil. Right. Even when this project is done, something has to grow.
100%.
Now, if we are having a reflection, I remember the first time I told, because you guys are the people I tell about things, I'm realizing this now.
Yeah.
But we have the corner where we speak.
Yes.
And there's a safety and there's this communal and brotherhood that we've built.
That we have there, right? And then it's the fact that after and during this thing happening, I was shocked that it was echoing throughout the whole country and people in other parts of Africa are hearing of it. And it went even as far as Canada. Right? People being like, yo, there's this concept, and then the crediting and the everything. And what happened, if you remember, with the Masai will remember it, you will remember it as well. The Sign and Slam, for example.
Yes.
Where, for those who do not know, Sign and Slam, we have a poetry. It's a concept of like you have a poem and then you're doing your poem while you are signing it at the same time. And then the UKZN, Ismail Mohammed,
Yes.
who's an amazing human being.
Great.
Reaches out and he's like, no, we're seeing this and let's add something on top of that. Number one, let's have the person come here who wins. He will come here, be part of Poetry Africa with an all expense paid thing. And then
I remember that.
we're not only ending there. We heard that you guys and Masai have a production, right? And then they were like, let's bring that one as well. And then we had the Four Horsemen. Yes. And then we had the Four Horsemen go open Poetry Africa in that.
Durban,
And it's so fun that even the people, because I have fun working with my friends, and it's a thing of, even if you guys weren't my friends,
we need
I would still have to.
Guy.
It took forever.
We need a camera on this guy. This guy's been talking.
One day.
Yeah, finish. Because now
the
camera is on us.
The camera is on us. We are
you need to call us into
So yeah, like going to end of it, it's a thing of, I would tell like a lot of people that money is important and it's important to know how to use it, but the people are the currency.
I think
it's that.
Another thing that the people are the currency, another struggle that I've had personally, because I'm too focused on work. Right? I work, I go produce something, I come back to my space and I work. I fail to see how far my name has spread, how big it has gone. Right? You wake up someday, you mind your business in a mall somewhere, and then someone approaches you and is like, you've changed my life. I'm like, who are you?
Why?
You know what I mean?
Where?
How? You know what I mean? And that happens so frequent that you sort of like lose track. But again, I don't
Shout out to you and your poem trending and getting over 9 million views.
Which one?
Gallery. Don't you remember on Instagram?
You see?
On Instagram, Gallery went over 9 million views.
My point
I don't know that one.
My point is...
I was the gallery. I was the...
Yes. My point is... because you too focus on work, because I'm too focused on work, you end up not seeing the value of who you are. Other people outside see that value, right? And then when they approach you, they assume that you know that value. And then how you approach them, they're like, this person does not know how much they're worth.
Yeah, because you don't have to.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. That's what I'm trying to say today. Is you don't have to.
Yeah.
Once you've realized, and that's your strength.
Yeah.
You know what's your strength.
Yeah.
You're crazy about your work. You go in your work. What is your team doing? You're not an island. Your team needs to do this.
To see
your
that,
team needs to know that when Masai go on stage, this is how much he charges. This is what he needs.
Yeah.
Because you've built that value over time. So you can, we do that. We wear work suits, lady safety boots, and then we work in result rooms, and we need to wear ties and suits and go negotiate for ourselves in the boardroom. But there is a team that you can pay with your value. And it's something that we need to build. We do not have an ecosystem.
Yeah. We don't have an ecosystem.
We don't have it.
That's another thing. Go on.
Because I was thinking about it. It's like I carried TX Theatre from... I think October last year with my personal funds to today.
Yeah.
Because this man is blocked there, this one is blocked there, this one is blocked there. But because the system doesn't work in a way that we understand what the TX Theatre has become.
Yeah.
It's not that small thing that we imagined when we started it. It has become a beast now. It needs funds to run it. It needs these things. It needs...
No, it's big now. It's huge because now there's so many other theatre weeks because of it.
Everywhere right now. I saw
everywhere.
There's so many theatre weeks.
That's the echo. The echo of the world.
And another thing that we also need to look into, because a lot of people will still have ideas, and now seeing that the other theatre weeks stole their idea, I'm sure they have a conversation with you.
Yes, they do. They do not steal, no, they speak.
Yeah.
They speak.
Right. Another thing is copywriting our work. And some people don't want to do this things like, okay, but where?
How do I go around it?
Yeah. Okay. What are we getting for having started this thing? Because this is evident. This is very much our thing, right? And I've seen this happen like quite frequently. It's like, because I have like some crazy ideas, whether on stage or whether about like how to produce a thing, and then I do the thing, fine, get applause, walk away. 3 months later, I go to that space. I'm like, I did this thing. This thing did not exist before I did this, right? And then someone just like took and ran with that idea. It's like, I can't really blame them. I didn't really copyright this thing, right? And
but you have to.
Exactly.
Before you even go to the poster, you should know that you own the idea.
That's the thing. That's why we have.
And that's why when you do theatre week, I could just send you a small document. When you do a theatre week, if I don't know about it, I just send you an email with a nice document.
Exactly.
It's either you change it or you do something else.
Or you do something else, because the idea of a theatre week it's
there and everybody knows it. Over a decade on top of that.
Over a decade, you know what I mean? And you're using the system, you're using the program that we've been using all this time. And another thing, in addition of knowing your value, is also we, especially in theatre, we think that the money will come from funding and will come from tickets, and that's where we close it. That's it. Like this thing is a business.
It is.
People think like these institutions and these buildings stand because of tickets.
Yeah, and
you think this thing is standing because of tickets?
No,
tickets
is impossible.
With tickets, you're almost always guaranteed to make a loss. Almost.
You don't even break even.
You never even break even. Forget, like, it could be like 7 sold out.
Yeah.
And then if you're paying people adequately, and you're paying your site and you're paying yourself adequately, tickets will not do anything for you.
They won't.
Yeah.
Tickets, I think it's that amount that I've learned to not even think about it.
You don't think about it.
You know, after spending money and go to Grahamstown, and then when you come back, they send you the statement of your ticket.
Production. It's and because it's like, guys,
I had the whole ball, but nothing is happening.
It doesn't even cover the amount you spend to take the production there. So now that you know that the amount you spend to take the production there will not be returned by the tickets, then why are you doing this?
Why?
Why are you taking
We don't
this?
know, because also if you remember when we started art, I started art when I was just 9 years old. I had no dreams, but when I begin to understand, I begin to have dreams. And if those dreams are not clear to you, you have a serious problem. Because you won't know when you've grown. You won't know when you have achieved something. Because we also have people who are checking us and having this conversation with us. And one of the people I speak to frequently is Dr. Katleho Charlie and Dr. Refile Lepera. Chief, you have water there, like a full bottle.
You have a whole bottle there.
We don't
what are
have,
you doing?
Bona. Mna skate mna kidlo mancho diamond.
Kinoela tala.
Wa mutoko bana. Kinoela tala. Come on, wapi ucheshi kamu.
Yes, you have to continue having conversations.
Yeah. What was I saying? Let me finish my word because he might come back. I don't trust him. Hey, this guy. Damn it.
Okay.
So when you have this conversation with these people, it's like people are holding you accountable, you know? Because there are certain spaces that you outgrow. Not to say they're bad for you, but there are spaces where Masai Sipuru cannot present their work
anymore.
And Polisi Masilela cannot present their work there anymore. Once you begin to understand those levels of growth and success, then you begin also to open up and understand the value that you have. But again, that Buffett is built on a strong team. A team that is crazy about you succeeding and is their success. I'm not saying people must come to TX and be obsessed about me. But if you look at anyone who's become successful, it's either they had a great manager, great producer who was really interested about producing their work, who were crazy about putting this particular person's work out and selling it and making sure they move different levels. Like the fight I had with Masai before we started recording, said, I'm fucking crazy about your art and I'm here to sell your art to the world, right?
Yeah.
I'm not here to compete with you. I don't want to compete with you. But I see the value that you hold as Masai and what we can do as this collective to build worlds. But we don't believe in it because we are not seeing it. I know that I'm writing. I need to write again. I need to do this poem. I need to paint again. I need to paint again. Because the edge is in you. You're an artist. These things need to leave, you know. They need to be outside. But when they go outside, they are piling up outside. No one is selling them. But imagine you are just producing, a salesman is selling. So that's what we need to do. That's what we need to do.
Yeah, we do. We do. Even in theater, we don't have salespeople. Right, someone whose job is sales.
Who's specifically just on
someone who specifically, my job is even like we've spoken about like how tickets are not gonna break even, but tickets still need to be sold.
But there's a guy who's doing it as a business who's crazy about it.
Who knows the ins and outs.
Most D is crazy about selling tickets. And he's selling tickets.
It's very important.
If he says I'm gonna give you 5 sold out, he's going to give you that.
And you have to give like a very good show to accompany that sort of effort.
I think,
but we don't partner with them. We don't have this conversation with Mos D, and it's in our circle. Mos D is doing the theater stock fair. They just did a stock fair in Val. He takes people. His slogan is, it doesn't matter where you sleep, but it matters where you woke up. It's somewhere in Mozambique or somewhere in Limpopo. He's doing walks. He sells tickets. So if you want somebody to sell tickets, Mos D sells tickets for a living. He sells shows. He sells the show out. Is what we need to have a conversation with him about the market theatre. Said we have 5 shows, just sell them out. And he gives us his price and then we do that. Because Mos D sells out.
I think, do we guys think that this is one of the reasons why artists struggle? Because they are trying to forget that they can't do everything themselves? For example, we have people who could do sales. We have people who can do admin. We have people who can do all these different things within the work, to a point that we distribute or stretch ourselves so much to a point that we forget the work, even if it's not intentional, but the work inevitably suffers.
I think going back to the other one, people think that the money that came in to do the thing, the production, right, is the money that sort of like have to pay them and do that, and they tend to want to save of it as much of it as possible. Yes. We're not seeing the potential of like, if I spend this money adequately better, I collaborate with enough people, I have a strong team, I have a salesperson, I have this person, this money could come back tenfold.
Yeah.
But it is the 10 rent, 8 in income, 10 rent, then and that's it. So all in all, the production value has gone around 12 rand. There was the 10 rand that was invested, there's a 2 rand from tickets, and that's it.
And then we still owe 8 rand. So at the end of the run, the production is at negative 8 rand.
Exactly. Well, that 10 rand you should have spent it in such a way that it can quadruple itself, right? And that's problem number one. It's not that we want to do our work ourselves, is that we don't know how to spend that money, right? And we're just like, I want to spend the money myself.
No, because all of
I
us
will do
are
this,
friends.
and I will do this, and I will do this, and I will. And whoa.
But even if you invite me, Masai, I'm a creator myself. If I invite Soli is a creator. We need to have conversation with people who don't care about creation, but just care about selling. Does it make sense?
Yeah, Masai was talking about it not so long ago. Remember, we mentioned people like Hector, right? Ismail as well. So the people who are in the spaces which they do not create in.
Yeah.
But
they're passionate
about this thing, and they do some of the most mind-blowing ideas. They lead some of the most mind-blowing things.
We need
those. That's what I'm saying. Me and you, if I'm stuck with a script solely, I can say, hey man, okay, stuck here, you will.
Yeah.
If I call you into this design, you will. But what's on about Ishmael? Ishmael is doing the Durban International Film Festival. It's the biggest.
Yeah.
And he's not shooting films, he's not directing films, but he's crazy about selling, developing, documenting, and doing this thing. And he has a team that he has built, that is strong, and is as crazy as him when it comes to these ideas. You know, we have these guys who are doing the
Got the close.
Hence, we need to build that. It is what we're talking about with the TX Theatre Hub. We have this great traveling circuit that we've built for ourselves, confirmed. You know, we'll be doing Maputo from 28th of May until 7 June. When we come back, we're doing National Arts Festival.
When we come back, we're
doing Market Theatre. But who are we partnering with who's not a creator? Who's interested about, okay, to go to Maputo, you don't have to pay a cent. Lift, SA fare, whatever can take your cast there. The money that was supposed to be spent on transport could be spent on investing on this, and this will give us X amount of money. You know, you don't have to book an accommodation when you get to Maputo. You could book half, booking.com and whatever that is. There's an agent has agreed in our shows. We just need to put their logos and their banners. There are people who are crazy about that, who will sit on a phone, who will send emails. As much as we are crazy about creating conflict in a play.
Yeah.
So people forget, or people struggle not necessarily just with money, or not necessarily with money, but with resources and how to utilize them. And not only money, but the human resource aspect of things.
That's important.
And one other thing that we know that we struggle with, I know I used to struggle with it a lot, especially when we had like project translation, was delegation. Even if you've delegated, out of habit, you've done everything. Jiki,
that's hard.
All the works.
That's a hard place to be.
That's what I was telling him when I was directing him. Because he's on stage, I'm directing Sinking. He's like, he's soft, but he's sometimes what I tell low. You see here, this part was when I was doing it was like, I was like, do you want to direct it yourself? Because I will do my job and I'll do it the way I think is best, right? Because, and that habit doesn't take us, and it makes us tired.
It makes us, that's the thing.
It makes us tired.
Because imagine, I'm trying to think about the time when I had like the previous hub at the market, right? When an actor disappeared, right?
Yeah.
And now I'm worrying about this, and you're worrying about all these things. And I remember there was a time I was so tired, I didn't know what to do. I slept.
You see, if you have a team that is crazy about the things you're crazy about, and that they want other Abantaba succeeder, or people that says Black Coffee is a success because so and so has done this and this, and what they've done is what they wanted to succeed in. Does it make sense? Black Coffee wanted to be successful in his DJing, but somebody has wanted to be successful in building and contributing in building a global star. And they've done that. It's fine.
Yes.
They're building the next one. So free player, and all of that thing. It doesn't work. The system that we did when it comes also to team. When Nolwazi came into the TX Hub, things moved differently.
They did.
Yeah.
When Masai took a stand and say, don't worry about set.
I'm here.
Things took a different movement, you know. But also Masai had a play that he needed to do. Nolwazi was your stage manager. She needed to do this and go there. Yeah. But now Nolwazi is not anyone's stage manager. Find your own stage managers, guys, please. I'm telling you now. And then Nolwazi is doing that work.
I just, what the hell?
You don't have, you're selfish. You work alone.
He's what we are talking about.
I'm the
he is.
And that's why I even told, do not negotiate. I say, you're crazy. I'm taking dark magic. I'm going to direct this. Yeah, you're going to lose it.
The great thing that happened at Bloemfontein.
Yeah.
I was also in my head just doing this, just moving around. But also, because I'm going to perform it, I know what this, But then there's other things need to be moved off stage because there were production before me. I'm like, I can't move these things. So as I'm changing, this army of people are moving things out of the way. And I look one way, I look back, the stage is empty. It's like, yes, I can put my cup, let's go. You know what I mean? So I think I'm wired that way.
Yes.
In a way that, you know, and the problem, there's two problems that sort of I have faced in my life. And this is not like to brag or anything, right? I have like a very weird life problem. I am multidisciplinary.
Yes.
And I'm good at all of the things that I do. So, hey, I don't want to do this thing. And it doesn't lower the quality of my work. I'm like, I can do this. Like, what it does is that it will exhaust me, it will tire me, and at the end of it, I might, you know what I mean, maybe be a worse individual to work with during that process. But I'm very skilled in all of these things, right? If someone says like, a set designer betrays me, someone's like, I have a degree in set design. What do you mean? If an actor, someone sort of betrays me, and you know,
jump in.
You know what I mean? And I'll be the person who do the thing, and I'll do it, and it won't lower the thing.
Also, you're a big brother.
You have that experience.
We both have that experience. Like the night, you know, the day before vibes.
Yeah.
That kind of a thing. And also another thing, Masai, is it's frustrating.
I forgot. I jumped. No. But then
you're also a big brother. Excuse for just coming in.
Yeah.
And what I mean about that is that
what did you say?
You are a big brother.
Oh.
And I think it trickles down in all these things that you do.
Yeah.
That's why you are able to really not only show up for others, but you're a big brother to yourself.
Oh, shut up.
Right. And it's a really awesome thing. Yeah. So you are wired, and this is something that happened for like 30 years and over 30 years, right? Of you having to show up and really know what needs to be where.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening. And it's not a bad thing. It's a beautiful thing. And then the good thing is that you're learning now to be able to be like, I don't have to remove these because I'm going to perform. I have a team that's able to do that.
It's good, man. It's good to have like and I have to like a shout out to Isana. Isana Masek, he directed Exodus, and he was at the time teaching in UP. He also brought in some of his students to come also help the thing. And he was one of the people during that process, when we were doing the double bill, the tragedy of Solomon and Exodus, and then later Dark Magic. Because one of the people like, Chief, you've paid these people.
Let them
sit
do
down. It was so hard.
Yeah.
It was so hard. And I had to come to work with like fancy clothes
so
to make sure I don't touch stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Just to hold myself like this. I had to walk around the theater. I have to come back and everything is set up. Costume was done by Rapadu and Ezra was doing content and my Rapadu. And then it was very well done. You know what I mean? And it's true. And it felt like I felt light. You know what I mean? I felt very light.
Yeah.
And
it was moving like a really well-oiled machine.
You walked there too.
I was there. Yeah.
I was this guy.
Yeah. I was about to say a brag.
Me first, but anyway.
A brag is that I tell people that my brag is that we hire each other.
You're always never home.
Yeah, yes.
No, plus No, it's great. Like also like
we have eaten each other's money, like in and outside of the ads.
Yeah, but it just feels lighter to have a team that sort of works and sort of do the things, and you leave and you come back, you see the set is set up. It's like, I'm just here to act. Okay.
My brag is there were these other deflads.
Yeah.
That for them to be plays, they had to call me and be like, Kala, where are these ones? I'm the one who you positioned.
Wait.
Yeah, I was like, this one goes there. This one goes there.
Right?
That was me.
It also happened with the Market Theatre stage managers and crew.
Yeah.
Because we do things ourselves. I was up there and says, no. This does not look good on you, Olise. You cannot be picking things up.
But
wild.
This is what we are doing.
It's the habit that we do.
No, it's not just the chair.
But for them, it's like, we don't direct with you. We don't write with you.
We don't write with you.
So let us shine.
Let's do that.
Get
let us
off
do
the
our
rig.
part. Yeah.
Come down.
This is also the loudest episode.
It is, and it's really passionate. Fun fact.
Because it found us loud. That's why.
True. Another thing that I realized on us not knowing what we are capable of, I did engineering.
Yeah.
I literally did civil engineering.
Oh, yeah, you
I've worked.
You did.
I've worked in construction. I've
did.
worked under a supervisor. I've been a site agent. I've taught this thing.
Yeah.
So meaning that's why it's a thing of like it's just so natural. Weird, It's there.
And we don't even consult him when we do set design.
Yeah.
When I taught set designer.
Yeah.
When I got a job to design at the State Theatre, I called this one. Said okay.
Oh yeah, you did pay me.
Many times.
Jesus Christ. I just work. I just work.
And I designed and Messiah came and then we competed. And that's it. But we never said, man, you have this engineering thing. Because what we're also trying to build now is to build these alternative spaces that could live even 100 years, 200,000 years.
For sure.
But if Soli has that qualification and that experience, how do we begin to
really go into
shout out also to Mandi Sisindo, who's creating Czech theaters across the country, you know. Yeah. And that's the thing that, okay, if we're to create a structure that maybe is containers or whatever, how do we really take it from him? Because there is no need to start a new thing when there's an existing thing that works.
For sure, yeah.
If there's a Tembisa Theatre Week that works, there's no need to start another thing.
So think of like, just how do we really do it?
I need to apply this over here.
And my point is, we can say, Mandisi, we just need to do the structure here that is removable. We have somebody who's an engineer who's qualified, who can go and look and say, okay, this site is good for this. And then we have fans and friends all over the world who can do that. And that's what we were talking about earlier, that we do not understand the human resource that we have, that we could use and succeed. So TX Theatre has
That's what I'm studying, by the way. So I'm back to school last year, second semester.
Yeah, I can't use that skill. Yeah,
I am studying administrative management, which has even like human resource and yes.
Yeah, apply that and come back.
You should just find something and do PhD. You like being in school, though.
Yeah.
My mom says my head is gonna explode.
Yeah, we're not.
No, it's not. But you finish. You don't drop out. You finish all.
Yes. I like finishing. Even if I run into a very bad movie, I have to finish it. My head goes like, finish this damn thing. And
I sleep.
Yeah, me.
Even in a play, my friend.
Yeah, if you're boring,
even in a play.
What do you want? Don't invite me to a boring show. I will sleep.
I finish it and I'll see what happens.
Yeah, but that's what we also need to really think about. Hence, I said, when I was speaking to Masai, I said, we're going to find this thing. I don't know it, but I know you paint, I know you write, I know you do these things. We're going to do this thing. We're going to have a podcast. We're going to speak. But the speaking needs to result into a product. That could be sold. We're not doing podcasts for podcast's sake. But we're doing this as a research and we're educating each other. And this thing came to being and then said, Soli is the producer of this thing. And then now we are sitting here, it's happening. Now in June, we are all working. I hope you started writing, boys. I have begun writing my poems about my father, how great of a man he is. So, but that has become that because we understood what this could mean to us. We have access to the writers' lab. I think we also need to just write them an email.
Yes, to start the process,
so that they could help us publish the first one. And how much will it cost. And then Masai, I don't know when you're going to begin with the process of painting, fundings, fatherlessness, emptiness, and all of that. And then that will be exhibited also. But these things is when we understood that when we come together, it's more stronger than doing all these things alone. I don't have to design sets when we move to the theater. He doesn't have to write and direct himself when we move into the theater. He doesn't have to take his rent money to go buy canvas and paint to create these paintings. You know? So, hence, when we come together, that's the resources. That's the resources that we're speaking about.
Costly,
And there's a thing that I did a couple of years ago with Matthews Ransoma and Asanda Mvus, which we are doing again. Walls and Pillows. I did private showing of the play. So the small room, the TX, as big as the studio, we had 20 people who could sit and watch the show. There was no poster. The private viewing was a person pays 250 per night. And I targeted like 20 people per night. And we made around over 16,000 in 2 weeks. On tickets, because these people were buying tickets directly, and that system works, right? And there is a system that Mike Van Gaan is doing about having many shows in different places. Said, okay, if I could make the show here, he built his own circuit, and those circuit, small monies make huge money for sure. That's what I'm trying to say. That is something that we need to really come to that. Me, I'm not doing art to be poor. That I'm clear about. I'm not in the art to be poor. And also something that people need to understand is when you come and work or collaborate with us, you find us in a journey.
Yes.
You are part of something that existed long before you came in. And your contribution might be from today to next year. And that's your worth, right? You cannot want to be worth as the TX Theatre Hub that you've built and shared beds and transport when you're in there and then you want a portion of it. So it was built over time and still being built. So, and it's built on human resources. We just relied on each other. So we got 70,000 and we had to split.
And let's order 70,000 makanda.
Lebato. And you must come back and all of those things.
And another conversation, slightly related to this was I was kind of pissed during that time because the reason why I did not take the prayers to the Market Theatre, I was like, I'll take a different production, was because I was kind of pissed because of what happened and people not understanding that 70,000 is a lot of money. It's a little money. It's barely not even there.
To Grahamstown.
For it to take you and reaches you there, right? And I remember Nolwazi was like, guys, do you guys realize that I thought we weren't going to be paid because I know that this money doesn't even do anything.
Can't do anything. Yeah.
And we had things that just came out of nowhere. If you guys remember, there was a mix-up with tickets of the bus.
Forget tickets, man. Yo.
We had to take a flight because there was no other thingy that was there.
But before you come in, there's a thing about you that you need to learn and be firm about it.
Yeah.
Is the play is yours.
Mm-hmm.
You're the god of that play. And if you invite people to collaborate with you, if they're not interested in making it better, you have the right to remove them. They can't remove you from the play, but you could find another actor, another musician, and you can.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we kill our best works because some, not all, some of our collaborators are not really interested in making this work a better thing. You just write them properly, email that, because you see, even the person who's a problem, they know. You don't even have to name them, but they know. So, but this thing of you saying, prayers must, I don't want to do prayers, because you can recast if it's an actor. If it's a musician, you could find a different musician. You own the play. The play, if anyone in the world wants to do prayers, they must call you and beg you to give them rights to do that. So never do that. Is what I was having a conversation with someone a couple of days ago about if the play has been done before and I'm taking it to direct, I must direct it with same people. No. I have my own interpretation. I'll interpret it the way I want to. If I don't see soul in prayers, I don't want soul. And if I don't want to in dark magic, I'll take you out.
Hey.
Yeah. You know?
When I
And I'm good for dark magic.
Very light. You must be as dark as the title.
No, I'm not going to take him out. I mean, it's a collaborative process.
Did you see the performance in Bloemfontein?
Ayo.
Who's gonna do that?
Who was on stage? Who made sure? No, speak the truth on camera, bro. We'll come back to it when we are old men. Who made sure? Said, Mchana, we can't play. Says, yeah, you're overwhelming me. Yeah, but we are here to make sure.
I'm glad you brought him there. I've always wanted to see him get there, whereby he can't say anything. He's just the only thing he can say is that.
Yeah. No, but Bloemfontein, I don't want to lie to you. Masai at 10 p.m., he was walking the streets of Bloemfontein trying to find accommodation for Chasing Laughter. You see, that team.
Yes. I think I love that.
I haven't forgotten about
that. Amen. Said, okay, there are no beds. Hey, Chief, here's the bed, here's the couch. Come in. Here's a blanket. Let's sleep.
Let's work.
We're here to work.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing we're going to do.
And we have a performance tomorrow. Yeah. It's like that Bloemfontein thing. It's like, again, we have to hold each other, but it's very important.
It's important.
You know what I mean? Because I also understood, like, those people, Chasing Laughter's cast. The director. That show
is...
Guys, I love... You see me. I love...
behind Vice is our mentor.
Behind Confidence Farm. I love it.
Hey, you always
dark magic. You know what I mean? Prayers, I love. But Chasing Laughter.
Isaac
those guys act, bro. Those guys act. Yo, I'm just there like this.
There's that guy Dimpo.
Who
plays the Congolese guy.
And the fact that he came in just a week. He came in, remember the other actor did the things.
Says,
and then they called
the disappearing actor.
Yes.
The disappearing actor.
Yeah.
And then you find Isaac. This is what Isaac does.
As a fucking brilliant.
Isaac is brilliant. Yeah.
You know when they're saying like there are nuances with directing.
Isaac is
like how he pauses the moment and say, "Wait, I'm gonna come back to it. Don't forget it."
Yeah.
And then he goes to another one.
You know the fine details. Like
also, what I like about him, he directs like the entire production. Like from like everything has to, it's linked like this. With us, like we direct like moments, scene to scene, scene to scene, and we hope like it.
He has a whole arc.
The whole thing. The whole thing.
He has a whole. You know when they say like we have a narrative arc for a script, he has a narrative arc for directing.
Bruh, you hold your breath. The entire production, you forget that, I'm supposed to breathe. This guy is,
those are the productions where you see that these people know what they're doing and they deserve this money.
And I don't think people know of Isaac. I don't think...
Not enough people are chasing laughter, bruh.
Besides chasing laughter, I don't think like people know who
Isaac's work. Every time Isaac does work, I'm telling you. He
did one now.
We did one now.
Right now. Yes.
I can't speak about Thames Theatre. I haven't paid people the NAC.
Hey, Masai was what
Anyway, Isaac. Let's talk about Isaac is...
NAC hasn't paid us. We will pay everyone as soon as we receive.
Thank you for that. Because you know another thing.
Isaac.
Isaac did
a play. Isaac did a play during the Tembisa Theatre Week.
Yes.
What was the name? That full suit to play.
Yes. Isaac is scary.
You didn't see
it had a poet. It had a poet in it. Just to brag.
He said him poet.
The light guy. Yeah, but
and Val people, we are here. We want to build a TX theater anywhere in Val. If you're interested,
those guys with Isaac. No, what I love about them that they take it seriously.
They take this thing
and you could remember Tabu, how he came with Isaac. And he's going to get angry. I forget his name. Tabu is my boy, and I'm speaking to him on WhatsApp. He grew up with Isaac. When I was doing exhibition, they came with it. They were kids, and they grew with him. And Isaac must just allow his work to live.
Yeah, it has to.
Isaac
is another
do you know Isaac's Still? Writers Lab produced Still.
I do remember. Still was because when I read those productions, Still was my favorite. When they were announcing, I remember I said yes. Because I literally like above everyone else. I was like yes, because Still what the writer did the things. Isaac does this thing. This musician who I know, right? Yeah. The boy who was playing the trumpet goes still.
Yes.
If that young man, he has the voice, he has the what? He plays the trumpet to a point that I was like, I never thought the trumpet could be this cool. I know Hugh made it cool, but also this young man who's so young, he plays the trumpet to a point where you're like, damn it.
Yeah.
His name is Tabo.
That's also like, guys, this is the TX Theatre Hub. These people are there.
They're there.
They're part of this thing.
And he's doing a new work titled Collide. He'll be doing it in Mozambique. And he's one person who, Isaac does not talk too much.
He doesn't. He likes the work talk.
He's done. Like his trip to Maputo, he's sad. His trip to Grahamstown, he's sad. Because he asks you a question in Jan, says, what are we doing this year? And you say possibilities are
this and that and that.
He is sad. So I think it's something that he beats us on is when the time to travel comes, he's not stressing about travels because that's sorted. He is in the rehearsal room working. But hey, shout out Isaac, bro.
We are super inspired.
And we know where you are. You're at the Val there, far away.
And he's pushing.
But your work is amazing. And what you did with Vice Monacheng, Mutabi's Chasing Laughter, you brought it back, and it was amazing, you know. And how you take care of your actors. And don't give up, bruh. And we know we're doing TX Theatre Hub with you. And you can come join us maybe for the next episode. Sit with us.
I think it's one of the things that I was thinking about that like all these people with the shows, they need to just come. And it's because this is beyond the works. I think that's a testament and a testimony for us. I know if I go anywhere, Masai Agasije Nagarova like never. And I'm saying that confidently. Right? And not like Masai Wapele or I mean I have that right of doing that.
The other day he says to me, Chief, I'm broke.
I feel like
KFC. I'm reading I'm thinking that as an maybe there's a challenge. Then it's just bland says I'm craving KFC.
I want KFC now.
I was just there. It's that because that's how comfortable.
No, but it has to be. It has to get to that point. Once you
another beast of a director, is Muruti, right?
Muruti, yes.
He's a beast of a director.
He's like all in.
Muruti has so many ideas.
Yeah. Yes. No, he has one huge idea. I'll tell you.
This contradicts me. There's so many. It's like, it's one. Okay,
It's one.
Yeah.
Muruti is interested in displacement of humans.
Okay.
That's his concept as a director.
Yeah.
As a writer, as a director, is interested in the displacement of humans. You could think of the Whistle, Winnie Mandela, Steve Vovo, what he's doing now. Untitled Deeds.
He's gonna do Sinking, Melodious Grave.
Melodious Grave.
Yeah.
So he's interested in those stories.
Yeah.
Right. But what I think Muruti, when you say he has many ideas, he likes the. Yes, he likes the place to have these variations, different colors, and come back to the story and then go there and come back.
He's a big director, man. Yeah. He's a big director. Like, I'm on the opposite spectrum of Muruti.
Yeah.
Like, for me, when it comes to directing, I work with like an idea and I flesh it out to until it finishes out.
Yeah.
Right? He manages to juggle multiple ideas and make them seem as though they are one.
100.
Right? For me, I work with this idea. If I have this light, we're gonna deal with this light and strip the light until the light turns off. Effectively. So he's gonna have multiple lights and he's gonna have other things. And he's a big director.
And he sees things. Even when you work in China, it can do more. It cannot just be a plastic in China. It can do more. And he does that.
For me,
I was really happy for them for winning the best actor in LA.
No, they did. That was great.
They did amazing.
It's for me, plastic is the plastic. For him, plastic is other things.
And they were wearing those plastics in the play. And he has this policy of his open. Like when he's rehearsing, he doesn't close his rehearsal.
He's that one person.
No, come in. I did this. What do you think? Because it's open.
It's big. That's what I'm saying. Like it's if we lived in a better, more managed country with better managed art department, I think you would be one of those directors that really has like a residency somewhere. He's a big director. Like he requires. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He requires everything.
He requires a team.
Yeah, he requires everything.
we said
and he hasn't gotten everything.
No,
he requires everything. You can tell, like, if he has like a rehearsal space for this adequate time.
Not to worry about rehearsal space, not to worry about artist payment,
not to worry about
costume and all of those.
If you give him that,
it's gone.
If you give him that, some of us, we know how to like, okay, what do I have? I have a shoe. Okay, I'll do with this shoe. You know what I mean? But with him, he's big, bro.
And he owns up to it. He stays with his work, you know. But is what you spoken about the other time that we need master classes for the hub.
We do need
so
master
that we can
classes
build.
For the hub,
So each other's weaknesses could be developed to be strengths. I think we need that. But there are two directors that I've experienced this year that are not my friends, which I think we need to have a conversation with them when it comes to the hub. There's a director called Kondiswa James. She's fucking amazing. She's brilliant. There's another one, Londi. I'm forgetting his surname. He did
I missed that one.
He has. So these are two directors that we should
have a conversation
with them if they're interested to be part of this crazy thing that we're building.
For sure,
we could invite them. Those two directors are brilliant. And there's another director, but he's more of a choreographer. Beseni, you know. I'm working. Yes. I'm working with him in Buteng Bahap. He has another eye when it comes to dance and the body and how to command the body to do things. And they look like Kisipedi Maras, like contemporary dance Maras, Kisipedi, but they're in trance and all of that. Which is, he's also brilliant when it comes into non-verbal works, which is something that we could have a conversation with him. So these are brilliant people that are in the hub, and I think their works are amazing. I'm being blown by these works, you know. And I'm not sidelining others, but I'm speaking about people that
the people that made an impact so far this year.
Did. Those two
so far
for
this
me.
year.
Those two they did, Joe. They did. And I think solely we need to have these conversations with them and finding and also understanding their processes, you know, because we are researching a process here, you know.
But also, it's like I've been thinking about this thing quite a lot. This thing of like admiring people. It's sometimes like there is like a desire to like, when you admire someone's work, to pull them in towards you or to walk towards them. But especially like in the industry that we're in, there's some people whose work I admire, but I like them over there. In a sense that like, this is good competition. This is healthy competition.
Don't kill it. They need to be there.
Don't kill the competition. You don't always have to be here by me.
No.
Like you're right over there. You know what I mean? I will come. I will watch your work, and I'm just like, this is
damn.
Okay. Let's go. Let's do this thing. You know what I mean?
These are. Yes, I agree with you. And these are independent directors.
For sure.
That are also trying to find space where they could exist. They should come exist within the space.
There's definitely.
And they should moor us close, or we moor them close.
It takes that up, we moor each other, bro.
We have to.
We moor. Like, if you watch a production.
Man to man.
It's meant to look at you. I think was I before or after? I think I was before.
You were
chasing. Bra, nah, I get a performer before chasing after.
And chasing laughter is like,
and then after they're like, thank you for opening for us. Good. Yeah, you set the stage. Now you see them on the other side holding hands, praying. I'm like, guys, can I do my production again? Can I perform again? Because you guys seem to be too serious now. I'm like,
they make sure.
And then you say, okay, let's drink and go to the other theater. You find Steve over there.
Steve over
you find Gifter being gifted there.
Behind Fanfire.
Gifter, like Muruti, he's a big actor. If we lived in a good country, he's on, like, if you give him the time, he doesn't have to worry about like payments and rehearsal, what and different things. If we give that, because I've known him since school, like since TUT. When I was, I think, third year, he was doing his BTech. I was not even sporting people, but when I saw Gifters work, I was like, this guy is special.
I knew it was crazy when I started working with him.
I like, this guy, Gifter is very special. And I left it at that. I was like, okay, cool, that's fine. I didn't know I was going to encounter him later in life. And I'm just like, this guy, that's that guy I knew. This guy is that crazy guy from school. This guy is special. Gifter is very special.
And he's so smart.
And also, what I really like about Gifter is that he understands theater. By that, I mean, he understands the rules of it. He understands the size of the audience. He understands his voice. He understands his body. He understands projection. He understands how he should move, how he should not move. Right? Other people really, they waste their voice. He understands how to not, like, he is trained. And not trained just by TUT. Before he even got to TUT, he was already trained. He is very trained. I don't know how else to explain it. He's talented, but he's also trained. And you can see this guy is a trained guy.
Imagine this. We are not creating fights amongst our actors in the hub. Imagine
appreciation.
Twarelo, Gifter, Dimpo in one place.
Hey, wish a mic.
Imagine Dimpo, Twarelo, Gifter in one play.
No, we're not creating anything, but because we've praised all of them, and also like
if you kill a Kefi.
Kefi for the
one. Have we closed? I think we are closing.
Yes. Yeah, but
anyway. We're doing Mozambique National Arts Festival and Market Theatre.
And we are going to create findings, the TX Theatre.
Oh, the TX Theatre Hub, yes. Oh my God, there's so much to do. There's so much to do.
Exciting.
Anyway, that's what's happening. Guys, let's close it.
It was lovely. I love you guys so much.
Just tell me what time is it day so we know.
23 past.
Past what?
9.
Imagine. 23 past 9.
Yes.
I'm at work.
We are at
work. Guys.
I love what you're doing.
Sharp.
Cheers,
awesome. Subscribe.
Subscribe.